Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Roll up, roll up. The transfer window is open, officially open today, May the 17th. It feels weird that it's open this early, and I think we're into new territory with Jose Mourinho. What's he going to do? Where will we be on the last day of the transfer window? It's frightening and exciting to think what might happen over these next few months. And like I said, new territory as to where we're going to go. Will teams start signing players today? Will we see some over the weekend? Will teams wait, like traditionally, until in June and July? Or will they get announced? I don't know how it's going to work. But we will be there with you in relation to Manchester United transfer news, discussing it with you. So let's start off then. Jose Mourinho goes into this transfer window knowing in his mind that another season like the season we've just had, and he's probably out of a job in a year's time. There's no doubting that Ed Woodward and the board love Mourinho. They love what he's done. He's providing Champions League football. He's filling up those coffers for the shareholders and the board. But the boredom in Old Trafford will become more and more of a problem if we see football like that next season. He must be impactful in the transfer window. So what will he do? Who will go? Who will stay? We spoke yesterday about Willian. I do think that deal is starting to feel more and more like Matic last year, that is a deal that can be done. And 40 million, Chelsea want rid of him. I just hope and pray that, talking about people going, Martial's not part of that. I think any deal involving Willian coming to Manchester United and Martial going to Chelsea, no matter what money we get in addition to that, is a bad deal. 30-year-old Willian for 22-year-old Martial, and Martial by 25 will be better than Willian's ever been. So it's not a good deal. But if it's Willian and Martial's off somewhere else stays, I'm okay with that. Looking at the goalkeeper situation, De Gea is obviously going to stay, I think. It'd be stunned if he went. That would cause a massive problem for us. He has to stay. I think he will stay. I think Darmian will go. Quite interesting around Darmian that Jose Mourinho has said that he's not willing to reportedly said that he's not willing to sanction the transfer of Darmian until he knows what's coming in as replacements. Well, Darmian's a right back, so does that mean that Manchester United might look at a right back? We've got Fosu Mensah coming back. I was hoping that maybe he could be used as a replacement or a backup for Valencia. We'll just have to wait and see with that. In relation to centre-backs, we're well stacked. We've got Smalling, Jones, Bailly. I think Daley Blind will definitely go. He's spoken about even going back to Ajax. He will go. But Lindelof, Rojo, they're going to stay, which gives us 5 centre-backs. Maybe we'll move if Umtiti does become available in that, well, he is available, his release clause. It's just whether he wants to stay at Barcelona or come to Manchester United. I think if a deal like that can be done, Umtiti is a realistic signing. I'm 50-50 on that. In fact, I'm probably 70% sure that he's going to stay at Barcelona, but United will be front of the queue if that deal can be done, and I don't think Mourinho would refuse it because he really is a top-class centre-back who is around 24, 25, so that would be really good for us. I don't see any of our centre-backs going. I think he likes Smalling. He's played him very, very consistently, so I wouldn't have thought he would be going elsewhere. As for Toby Alderweireld, I know a lot of people want him to come to Manchester United, but as I said yesterday morning, I feel that is just a smokescreen. It's the whole season, isn't it? Roll up, the transfer window's open. Roll up. If you want a new contract or you want to increase your value where else you go in as an agent, just say Manchester United have bid for you. And we're going to have to deal with that throughout the summer. I think we saw it. Somebody yesterday, Bonucci, Tutto Sport said, Bonucci, the AC Milan centre-back, he's only moved there from Juventus a year ago. Apparently Manchester United want him. I forget how old Bonucci is. He's no spring chicken, but quite clearly he wants a longer contract at AC Milan, or he's looking to move somewhere else in Italy, because there is no way that United are signing Bonucci. But we'll get mentions against him and loads of other players that we're not going to sign, and I think Alderweireld tips into that. Moving to left back, big position for Manchester United. Will Luke Shaw go is probably the biggest thing. We know Ashley Young's going to stay. Will Luke Shaw stay? If he goes, we'll sign a left back. If he stays, we might still sign a left back, or we might not. Alexandro, not part of the Brazilian squad. Really do think that he has to be priority number 1. Danny Rose, I don't think we can do deals with Spurs, and I think if we do deal with Spurs, we're going to have to pay 50 million for Danny Rose. 27 years of age, not been getting in the Spurs team, and not good enough for me. Not good enough by a long way. So hopefully it's Sandro, but I still would like Luke Shaw to stay. And then we move into that midfield area, which is, look, what I want you to do actually, from where I am so far, I'm up to the midfield. I think Willian, Umtiti are the 2 that I think we might sign, and Sandro, so that's 3. Probably drop Umtiti out. So I've got Willian and Sandro so far, 2 signings I think we'll make. I want people to comment below with who they think is going to go and who you think is going to stay. It's the opening day of the transfer window, so let's make it interesting. So I'm going to nail my flag to the mast, and I'm going to say Willian and Sandro so far. Umtiti if and it's up to Umtiti. I don't think we can say we're going to sign Umtiti. I think it's if Umtiti leaves Barcelona, he'll come to us. So 2.5 players there. Moving into the midfield, well, Fred came out yesterday as we did the video and said, what did Fred say? Fred said, no deals until I've spoken to Shakhtar Donetsk after the World Cup. So no deal till the end of July for him, which, I don't know, I'm starting to think maybe that's not going to happen now, because I like him, but do I want to wait till the end of July for him? I don't. We did that with Matic. You need players in now. If they're coming to Manchester United, get them done now. We can't be waiting till after World Cups. It's too long. It's too much uncertainty. What United need to do, bang, bang, bang. Get the deals in. Let's know we've got those deals done. Let's know what we're doing when we go into pre-season, when we go on tour and we hit the early season. Let's have some continuity and some rhythm into the team. Let's not be waiting around for signings till late transfer window. So Fred could still happen, but the fact that it's going to drag on for a long time, I'm not confident about that anymore. Obviously, Fellaini hopefully will go. Carrick's retired. Fellaini I still think is going to stay. But if he goes, 2 midfielders. If he doesn't go, maybe still 2 midfielders, because as some of you said yesterday, what about loaning Scott McTominay? That might be a good move. McTominay to Bournemouth or someone like that could be really good for him next season. We'll obviously retain Matic. Pogba, I think we will retain, but don't be surprised if there are some stories around him. Obviously, the thing about Pogba is they would be after the World Cup, and with the same with Fred, too late. So I think Pogba will definitely stay for another year. Herrera could go Herrera. He's got the whole summer to sort out a deal. He's only got a year left on his contract. Interested to see whether he'll sign a new contract or go. So keep your eye on Herrera. I would lean towards a new contract. Fellaini, obviously, we want him to go. Who else? Matic is going to stay. So we need to bring in at least one midfielder. Milinkovic-Savic would be great, but we've got to move quick on that deal. I think the Italian league finishes this weekend. He's been named in the squad for Serbia. We need to go and get Savic quick before the World Cup. I don't want us to be waiting until after the World Cup to do deals, because that leaves us in a very, very difficult situation where we're going on tour and we haven't got players sorted out. I guarantee that's going to happen. Woodward's not particularly quick at getting all his work done, and the focus will be on Woodward now. So as we move into that midfield area, remember Fabinho is free. He's not in the World Cup. He's a player we all quite like. My dream would be Fabinho and Savic. The reality, we will sign a midfielder, and if you want me to sort of take a punt, I've got a funny feeling it will be Savic and Fred, and as an outsider, I think maybe Vidal. But I don't think we'll get Fabinho. Although maybe I'm subconsciously sort of playing it down so that when it happens I'll be ecstatic, because I've always wanted Fabinho. I don't think we'll do it. But Fabinho could be done. We could get Fabinho done by the middle of June. He'll probably be back from holiday by then. He's not on the World Cup. Fabinho could be done. Sandro could be done. Titi could be done. We could get these deals done. Willian could be done very, very quickly, although he is part of the World Cup squad as well. So that's that. Moving on to the attack, Willian. I don't see any attackers. Martial, I think, is going to go. Martial's going to go. I think Martial will go, and that's very, very sad. So I feel, this is what I feel then. I think going out of the door, you've got Darmian, you've got Blind, you've got Martial. They're the 3 I'm pretty sure about. Pretty sure they're going to go. I'm very sad about Martial, but there we go. They're the 3 I think I'm pretty sure are going to go. Then I think we're into maybes of Luke Shaw, Fellaini, and Herrera. They're my maybes. And then long shots might go Pogba, Mata, Smalling. So there's 9 who could go. But I think the 3 will be Martial, Blind, and Darmian. And the players who are going to come in, Willian, Sandro, Savic, Fred. They're my 4 I think that we'll get. Those 4. Willian, Sandro, Fred, Savic. Titi, if he decides to leave Barcelona. If he doesn't, I don't think we'll sign a centre-back. If he does, that'll be 5. And that's my 5. Outsiders, Vidal, Bale, Danny Rose, it's got to be Fabinho. So there's your 9. 9 ins, 9 outs. Shake it all about. Get commenting below and give us yours. Really interested because it is transfer window day open. It doesn't mean we're going to sign anybody today. But what I want to do for prosperity is come back to this video on the last day of the transfer window. We'll come back. In fact, I will play this on the last day of the transfer window, and we will see how many people in the comments got things right and how many got them wrong. And obviously I've put mine out there on video now. So please do drop a like on the video. Get commenting below. But yes, my 3 certainties out are Martial, Blind and Darmian. And if you want 4 people I think we will sign, Sandro, Willian, Savic, Fred. And obviously I've given another 5 either side of maybes. Thanks everyone for watching. What day is it? Thursday. So preview, 1 o'clock, Chelsea game, lineups and all that jazz. Get subscribing, get liking, but get commenting below. I'll speak to you all soon.